you already creating Facebook or Instagram stories? But trust me, at the end of this video, you're going to be amazed at how engaging, how entertaining, and even how awesome you could make your Facebook or Instagram stories to look like. We're going to talk about how you can create captivating, entertaining, and really engaging Facebook or Instagram stories. And also, we're going to talk about why you should be using Facebook or Instagram stories to reach more people and scale your business's visibility on social media. Are you excited already? So am I. Let's jump right into the video. Hey guys, yo, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's been like 66 plus days since I uploaded my last YouTube video. The reason is because I got married. Alright, if this is the first time you're watching a video on my channel, you're welcome. Do hit the subscribe button down below so you join our community and get to learn how you can use your smartphone productively and profitably. And if you're a returning viewer, you already know the culture, hit the like button down below so the algorithm can show this video to more audience. Have you ever wondered, why do we have Facebook stories? Why do we have WhatsApp status? Why do we have Instagram stories? And even TikTok now has its own status or stories as well. The reason is simple: to spark conversation. So Facebook added that feature, or Meta added that feature, so that people can get to see something on your story and have something to talk to you about. That is why when someone replies to your status or your story, it goes to your inbox, and you could see that sometimes when people like react or respond, right, to those stories on Instagram or Facebook, it's immediately the next thing you want to know: hey, how are you doing? Provide for instance, is a friend, okay, or a family, you want to know how are you doing, and then more conversations keeps going on. It's also a tool or a feature that helps brands on social media or businesses on social media, you know, spark conversation with their clients or with their customers. Imagine I'm selling a smartphone and I put the picture of the smartphone on my story, and someone sees that photo or video of the product, right? The next thing you're going to be getting on your inbox is: how much? Tell me more about it. How can I get it? What is the cost of this? Blah blah. The person wants to learn more about the product, right? So it is very important for you to, number one, know about Facebook stories, which obviously you may already know about them, and Instagram stories, of course. And number two, know how to create engaging or captivating or awesome stories so that it could spark or create curiosity in the minds of your clients. Now, I'm talking to you as a brand owner or a business owner on social media. I'm not talking about Facebook, family and friends, right? So that's what we're going to be looking at on this video: how you can create captivating stories, whether it's with your products, right? Especially when it's product images, right? How you can create text even on your stories so that it could spark curiosity, it could spark attention, and someone would want to reply or respond to them. Sharing my screen right now, so I'm on Facebook, so I selected that's over here. I'm creating a story, okay, so you can see text, music, green screen, boomerang, and selfie. All right, so let's assume, because what I'm looking at is actually teaching you with images, okay? So let's assume that I want to create a story with this particular image. All right, so I'm going to select this image, okay? So I'm going to select this image, so you can see that you can see the image right here. So I'm going to use my both hands and reduce the image, okay? So I might want to, okay, I can just keep it this way, okay? So I left it this way. So let's assume that this is a product image. All right, so let's assume that I want to sell this artwork. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do, I can decide to this is all going to be left for you to be creative about. I'm just trying to show you some, you know, extra features that you can bring into your stories to make it more lively. All right, so now that we have this image, all right, so I'm going to tap on the sticker up here, okay? So when I tap on this sticker up here, so you can see location. I can add my location, you can add the time, you can add the GIF, right? You can add the temperature of where you are, you can add music, event tag, feelings, donate, comments, poll. All right, for those of you that don't even know how to add poll, like people create those question tags or create polls. Would you like to get a copy of my ebook, yes or no? So if you just tap on this poll, it creates that. Or those of you that have always seen people answering questions on their stories, remember I said that the reason why there is a story is to spark a conversation, is to create curiosity on people's minds, or just give your clients a reason or something to talk to you about. Okay, so I'm going to pull right down. All right, then you can see plenty other things. All right, but this is not where I want to go. I want to go to the GIF. Okay, so when I go to GIF, I'm going to tap on the search, and then I'm going to write frame. All right, so I'm going to write frame. So most of you must have seen a status like this on those of you following me on Facebook though. So there are plenty frames right here already. Okay, there are plenty frames right here already. Okay, so I'm just going to select any of them. So let's, for instance, I want to select something dynamic. So we have a frame, so I'm going to expand it. All right, so I've expanded it. Okay, I've expanded it and dropped it. Now there's something you need to know before you start adding stickers or the GIFs. All right, remember that once you pass anyone, it's going to be difficult for you to click on the one beneath. I don't know why this is so that is why once you've dropped something, please drop it. Just make sure that, like as it is now, I can't actually select the image again because something's already superimposing, something's already on top. All right, so now that we have this item here, so the next thing I might want to do is go back to GIF and write something like Black Friday. Okay, so this could also be a way you could even do something for Black Friday for your business. So I'm just going to look for the one that, okay, let's see how this goes. So I can add this one here. So you can see how I'm using my hand to rotate. I'm expanding or just pushing it in. Okay, so I can just write Black Friday here and drop it. All right, so the next thing I might want to do is I can write home or wall frame. So I selected on the test, of course. So now I have a test. So over here are the formats. I can get any format of choice. So I can use this one. So over here is where you can select a color, all right, for your font. All right, over here is if you want wall to frame. You can, did you hear wall frame? So if you want it to say that wall frame, I can add it also. All right, so over here is the alignment, left, right, wherever. Okay, so that wall frame is going to keep, repeating itself while someone opens my status. Then when you just post a picture of your product on your story to sell them. All right, so if I select on this button up here, so whenever someone opens that story, it's going to keep saying wall frame. I can also make it by saying wall frame for sale at wall frame, let's say 8,000 naira. So let's see what it says now. Wall frame. All right, so let me tap it again. Wall frame for sale at 8,000. So now I'm just going to reduce for sale at 8,000. My wall frame for sale. So remember that there's something on it. So because of that white under, I can decide to maybe change it to your brand's color, right? So it will be much more. Okay, so we have wall frame for sale at 8,000, right? So the next thing, if you still go back to, okay, I need to stop this for the sake of the video. If you still want to get more, you can, write shop now. All right, so you can see a cart, all right, just to make it more lively. So I can bring in this cart as well, okay, just to make it more lively. All right, so the next thing I can decide to do is to add my music. All right, so you can go for latest song, like in Nigeria here, the song that is trending is How Are You My Friend by Johnny Drill. All right, so I can decide to just select Johnny Drill's How Are You My Friend. Okay, so I'm gonna select Johnny Drill, so I can decide to keep it right here. Okay, remember that you can of course look for different Alright, so remember you can do different things with the music. So this one I selected that I want to be using the lyrics to be showing, right? So I can decide to go for this lyrics showing this way. I can decide to change the fonts to this way. I can decide that I don't want lyrics to show. Alright, I can decide to just freestyle it anyhow I want. Okay, but I think it doesn't hurt to use the lyrics showing. So I'm going to change the font to black. All right, and next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to want to reduce it so well and just align it right here. Okay, so it doesn't block anything. All right, so next thing I'm going to do is simple, just share. All right, so once I tap on the share, all right, it's going to what, start sharing. So once it's done sharing, I'm going to show you how it looks, then we move over to product. So I'm going to tap on it. So this is how our story looks like right now. Okay, so remember I turned off the Warframe. That's why you're not hearing the Warframe. If not, you would have been hearing that text to speech of Warframe at this so. All right, so on Instagram, right? So if you're not following me on Instagram, you can actually follow me on Instagram at Smartphone Business Consultant. Okay. All right. So on creating your Instagram story creatively, all right, or captivating Instagram story or lively Instagram story, I'm just going to go to my plus sign and then go to story. All right. Remember that on Instagram you can decide to save the story as a highlight. Okay. There's something I forgot to mention on Facebook story. So if you're done with creating your Facebook story, you can actually share it into a reel. All right, because what I created already is a video. All right, had it been I just posted a picture on my story as some of you do, there will be no need to turn it or convert it into a reel. All right, so I'd always advise, once you've created a captivating Facebook story like that, turn it into a reel. All right, so I'm still going to select this image again, and again I'm going to reduce it. Okay, I'm going to reduce it. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tap on my sticker. You can see the sticker over here, right? So I'm going to select my sticker again. Now on Instagram, the beautiful thing is I can add a link. Okay, so this link can send them to my store. All right, maybe I want to send you to buy the products, all right, or whatever, where I want to send you to. Okay, I'm going to tap done. Okay, so this is already a link. All right, that is going to convert the viewer of this story. Okay, so I'm just going to drop it right here or somewhere, or I can just drop it here. Okay, I can actually drop it here, although I think that it's quite late to do this. Sorry, I think that was late, so I'm just going to drag it and delete it. Okay, so I'm going to tap on there and I'm going to look for button. Okay, so I'm going to look for a button. So I've seen some buttons right here. I'm going to look for something good. So I'm looking for a good button. All right, so I've found the button here. All right, so the next thing, I'm going to expand my button and write something like okay, I'm going to keep my button over here. Okay, so I'm going to bring in the link right now, so I can do wa.me/. This is just a link that actually leads to my WhatsApp. So I'm going to tap on customize sticker and write something like buy here. All right, buy here. So instead of wa.me, you now see buy here. I don't know if most of you knew about that, so I'm going to just drop it right there. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my search and look for points. Okay, so I'm going to look for points. So let's look for GIFs that is going to be pointing at, you know, people. All right, so I like this one, so I'm just going to keep this guy here. All right, so I'm keeping him over there. So the next thing I'm going to do is I can still decide to frame again. Okay, so I'm going to search for a frame. I'm just going to use this. Okay, so we have a frame that looks like this. So we have a frame that may look like this. Okay, all right, so now we have this frame. We can still decide to add our music, right? So let's go back to stickers. Okay, music. All right, so we have over and over, and
Okay, the lyrics of this song is not available, so we can just keep it right here. Okay, so once we have something like this, we can still decide to do something like get some flora. All right, so it all depends on what you're creating though. All right, so we can still do something that looks like this just to make it more livelier. All right, so we can keep this one here. All right, so guys, it's all left for you. Okay, so I can just send this in and it saves as my story, but who don't want to do this? Whatever you want to do, this is just a preamble. This is just like, okay, this is how you can make your stories more relevant, make your stories more lively, make your stories more creative. So whatever you want to do, you can do it creatively. Okay, but I believe you've seen, because I know that most of you never knew there's sticker, there is this, you know, you don't just have to put up a what is it called, a story up there and leave it however. Okay, so if you're a business, you would want to, you know, make your stories to spark curiosity, call attention, drag attention, so that people would want to respond or react or reply to that message. And from there you are on the way to making a sale. All right, there you are, you've generated a lead, all right, using your captivating Facebook story. Okay, I hope this was helpful. I'm going to catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.
Was that video helpful? You might want to watch more tutorial videos on my channel, like the one I released recently, and then hit the subscribe button up here and ring the bell so you always be the first to know when I release a fresh video. That is if you want to keep watching videos from me, and of course you want to. My name is Frederick. Thank you for watching and see you on the next one.